All right, so this is Fortnite by Epic Games, and right now I'm playing this on the Xbox One. Technically, this game is in beta, but it's available for free that anybody wants to download it. So you don't need a beta key or anything like that. My buddy started playing the game. They told me I could download it, and that is the case. There's two parts of this game that are available. One that is not available for free and the other one that is. So this is the PvP style portion of the game that's available for free. And then there's a PvE portion of the game that you have to spend money on, kind of supporting the game before its initial launch in 2018. So PvE is obviously player versus environment, and if you go into that mode, you're kind of playing like a tower defense version of this game where you can build walls, items, whatever, buildings, traps, stuff like that, and then you're playing against environment. I don't know what they are, zombies, enemies, who knows, and then you're playing a third-person shooter portion of the game. That being said, this is the free portion of the game, so this is all this gameplay is going to be about. This is my first time playing. As you can see, I'm already getting some PvP action right there, getting my first kill of the match, first kill of the game ever. So what's going on in this game? What is it all about? You might have heard about it before. You might be hearing some things about Playerunknown's Battleground, Fortnite, this new style of video game, which I'm just going to basically be calling the Hunger Games. That's basically what it is. You saw in the beginning of the game, the beginning of the commentary, the match, whatever, I jumped out of a giant magical school bus looking thing, flying over this map, which you can see right here as I hit up on the D-pad. I'm basically hitting every button. This button apparently is dance and music plays, trying to figure out the game. Obviously, it's an FPS game, right trigger shoot. We're going to assume Y, switch weapons, all this stuff. But then there's a whole other aspect of that game, and it's building things. And not to mention that you're jumping in the match with 100 people. Under the mini-map, you can see it says 75. That's how many people are left. Now it's 73. I killed one of them. And then there is 2 minutes and 30 seconds until the map closes in on itself. And that's where this portion, it makes it even more like the Hunger Games. So you drop in with 100 people. You can play in teams. You can group up in duos, but you have to decide that before you get into the match. You drop out into a different location. And once you get down, you start with an axe. That's it. So right here you can see you can take the axe and you can basically destroy whatever you want in the game. It's pretty open world, I would say. You could pretty much destroy everything. I mean, you can destroy the tiles on the ground, I found out. I didn't find that out till later. You can destroy pretty much everything. And I'll take a break here because something's happening. I was actually playing this game with my headphones on. Nowadays, I basically just play with my headphones so that my video games don't disturb other people in my apartment. And I heard someone coming, and I'm like, oh shit, some guy's coming. Let me take out my shotgun. I hit. He ran past. I amazingly missed the first shot, but then I'm hitting this guy, and I have no idea what's going on. I don't have any idea if he has a weapon. Turns out he had failed to get a weapon, and he was just panicking and built a wall there, and I was able just to go around and shoot it. But I'm assuming it's probably his first match, or he's a beginner like myself too, if they're using a matchmaking system of any sorts. This is literally my first game. So that's why this whole thing is super slow. I'm so slow to figure out how to do everything. Basically, once you have that axe out again, if you're done destroying things, you can take it out and build items like I did just there. There's a stair. There's a little pyramid thing that you can use to kind of as a bunker to block something off. There's a wall, and then when you hit Y, you can change the material that this is made out of. So if you destroy something that's like metal, you can make it in metal. If you destroy brick, it's brick or whatever. And then there's wood. And then obviously something that's metal or brick holds up way better than wood. And again, another person came in here. I have a height advantage because I built these stairs. They have no idea what's going on. They have a pretty slow reaction time. I don't know what you're doing. Maybe you're just a beginner too. But they had a bunch of loot. This is where we figure out any respectable gamer knows that any different color loot means that the guns are better. So I quickly assumed that gray is probably shitty because it's boring. Then there's green. Then this thing I just picked up is blue. Normally in video games, blue is better than green. And then I also found some stuff that's purple. Purple is better than blue. And then usually, I feel like this is in Destiny or other games too, they have gold as a legendary item, but I haven't seen anything golden. I don't know if anything is even legendary. I'm just talking shit. I really have no idea. I'm still figuring this game out. Like, it took me forever to figure out just like simple things because there's no instructions at all. There's like no tutorial. I just hit A. Next thing I know, I'm on the magical school bus. Next thing I know, I'm jumping out of the magical school bus. Next thing I know after that, I'm skydiving. And then I'm landing in this random area. So I see some stuff going on here while I watch the shenanigans going on. I'll explain to you something that is a major part of the game. So when you jump out, you have to decide where you're going to go. Me, I just flew to bumfuck Egypt and landed there. But there's different areas. So there's like the wooded area. You could start off by the beach. You can go to a like trailer park where there are houses, but the only issue is I played a few matches after this. If you go to a house or a trailer park, there's other people there. So you have to really compete to try to get the first gun, or else you're going to be trying to kill somebody with your axe and they have a gun. And you can do that, but it's really hard and you're probably going to die. So I randomly had a good strategy the first time of just going to this area where I could kind of get my bearings straight, get a shotgun, figure shit out, and take on a couple people. Not so bad for my first game. We're already down to 20 people. There's 4 people left. I murked that dude, but I almost did die there. But you can see there's a bunch of stuff dropped up here. I'm trying to figure out how the fuck to get to my bandages. I have no idea what I'm doing. I eventually figure out that you just have to hit R to initiate the bandages, and if you hold it down for 10 seconds, you get a bunch of health depending on the size of the bandage. It seems like this one's a large one. So fortunately, I was able to go back to 100 health there from wherever I was at like 10. So here, I don't know if it's like getting night and day, if that's how fast the time's going, or if it's because this thing is coming near me. But again, this is my first match. I have no idea what's going on. It's like the Hunger Games. It's randomly selected, but it starts to shrink to the zone of the map starts to shrink to a specific zone in the game. So like you could be on the top left corner of the map and the zone might be shrinking towards the bottom right. So you have to move. I don't know if I explained that correctly, but basically it's random each game. It's random where the bus drives you, so you don't go on the same path every time, but you can basically make it to anywhere when you fly. And then it's random where the map shrinks into, so it's not the same thing every time, which I like. At first, I just assumed that it was going to go to the center every time, but that's not the case. So it was funny that I made it pretty close to the wall there, and it turns out that if you go into that like shroud, cloud, storm, whatever you want to call it, you don't die. It just gives you like a couple seconds to get out of it, and you can actually run at the same speed. So I guess there's a couple strategies here where you can stay on the outskirts of the map and wait to go in, or you can kind of wait at the center, try to predict the center and hide. So what I was doing there is I'm kind of staying on the outskirts. I've been moving slow because I want to use my headset to see if I can hear anybody or hear if I can hear anybody. You can't see if you hear people, bruh. But anyway, so now I got all these blue guns. I got all this shit. I'm excited, but I don't know how to snipe in this game. I'm not used to playing. I stupidly take out my shotgun. I don't know. The game's cartoony. Can I hit the guy? I hit the wall. Bada bing, bada boom. It's not really working out. But you can see the white circle now is very short. There's only 7 people left. I've killed 5, and we have 30 seconds until the storm reaches the white circle. So I'm moving slow here. When I move slow, it makes it a lot easier. Well, I can't hear my own footsteps as much, so I'm trying to hear what's going on. I can hear that there's a couple people inside. I got my blue weapons, like I said, but I'm sticking to the shotgun. That's how I've gotten all my previous kills. And I'm afraid to go in here because I'm assuming that this seems like a good spot to be if you're like one of the last players. And since the circle thing is coming in, the storm, you want to be on the outside. So I see this guy's here. He's fighting somebody else, so I know something's going on because he wasn't paying attention to me. I killed him, but I don't know if I heard some bullets or something, but I knew something else was going on over there. So I came inside this building. I was actually hiding in here for a while, but I cut that out because it was boring. Now the white circle is very small. There's only 3 people left. I don't know if I realized that at the time, but then this dude's shooting me. I don't know the map. I don't know what's going on. I thought I could make it up top here without being shot, but I guess this guy picks me off in the leg. And normally if you die in the beginning, say you're the first person to die, you can just hit B and return to the lobby, which is pretty sweet, and then just go into another game so you don't have to sit here and wait. But since there's only 2 players left, I wanted to see how the game would end. And unfortunately, the second to last dude, number 2nd place, didn't even get out of the effing shroud, which is like, dude, what are you doing? So basically, if I just waited and didn't move, I would have come in 2nd place. Maybe this person would have got antsy. I was in the circle. If I just had a lot more patience, I possibly could have won this game on my first game ever. But then again, I don't even know what's going on still, the overall thing. I don't know if you get any kind of bonus for getting in 1st or 2nd or 3rd place. It doesn't seem like there's any real level up system right now. Even then, it's beta, so I don't even know if there would be. But basically, I think the point of the game is really just the thrill of being thrown into this map. You could do it with a friend, which is even more exciting because you have to kind of, it's more stressful because you have to worry about them getting a gun, what's happening. You have to worry about other people's strategies. It's more intense. People are building more because there's 2 of them. You can really make the game a lot more complex. And I haven't played in a bigger group than that, but I'm sure it gets even crazier. So the thrill of the game is really, really exciting. It's fun just kind of, even when you're standing there, it's like a giant game of hide and go seek or manhunt and you don't want to die. So that's super thrilling in itself, but I wonder how long the excitement of this style of game will last. But it's been something that I've been talking about with my friends for a really long time. We've always, even as kids, we thought about how fun it would be to have a game where you just start in a house and you have to survive and you don't have anything. And then you get games like DayZ and Playerunknown's Battleground PUBG game on Twitch, but it's not available on Xbox, and I don't like playing with a mouse and keyboard. Then this game Fortnite comes out, it's the same thing, and I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more games like this. It's kind of like what happened with Dota and League of Legends and a lot of the MOBA games now. There's a million MOBA games and spin-offs with like Smite and the Heroes of the Storm. Now we have Fortnite and some other stuff. But this game looks really cool. It seems like it's playing well on the Xbox. I hope when the game actually gets launched, there's more stuff going on, like maybe some cars, or maybe some other things that we can get into, some more interactions in the game, some more bases. That would be fun, maybe a different map. Stuff like that would really make this game kind of expand a lot more. So anyways, this is my first experience of the game. I just wanted to make a commentary over it. If you're thinking about getting the game, if you have any friends that are playing, I would definitely recommend it's free. Why not try it out? It seems like this is the new thing to be playing. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, I'm Blitz5, and peace out.